What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another very late night in the BrewLab with me, Lone Fox, your Brewmaster-in-Chief. And tonight, in the BrewLab, I'm coming at you with another episode of Brewing With. And tonight, we are not just going to be brewing with a specific card, we're going to be brewing with a specific color. And it is another rotation proof night, and the color I'm talking about is mono white. So we did already try this a good couple of weeks ago, even probably closer to a month ago, where I was testing out some rotation proof mono white decks, but I only made the one, and I wanted to really delve into this deeper because I really like white as a color, and I haven't been enjoying it so much lately because it's just, there's a lot of cards in there that are incredibly overplayed. Luminarch Aspirant, Elite Spellbinder, Redain, Skyclave Apparition, just these cards that I'm sick and tired of both playing against and playing with. So I've got 4 brews lined up, and I want to sort of lead you through my thought process, how it is that I arrived at the various versions, and they're sort of, in my opinion, upgrades, and I think version 4 is where it's at. But we're gonna go through all of them. We'll probably get a couple of matches in with each one. If we don't have enough time to go the full way, I'm okay with this video going a little bit longer tonight. Then we'll see. But anyway, I'm blabbing. Excuse the terrible lighting. I'm in a tent on the rim of a volcano. Those of you who follow me on Twitter would have seen a couple of fantastic pictures. The view in front of my tent is just ridiculous. I have a lake and like 2 volcanoes with magma, lava, pyroclastic flow pouring out. Tomorrow morning we're going to go for a walk in the lava flow. It's going to be amazing, so I'll stay tuned for more pics. But anyway, blabbing, let's jump without further ado into tonight's brews. So as you can see, it's white 2023, then it's got 2 and 3 and 4, and we've kind of like the evolution. So version 1, this is the one I threw together the fastest. Oh, by the way, how gorgeous are these this alternate art I got for my AO. When I saw it in the store, I had to splurge. It was in a discount, and I spent a few of my gold on them. I've got I think I skipped on the green legendary dragon, but I got the black one, I got the white one, I got the red one. They all look amazing. But anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. We've got here some amazing 1-drops. The Hotshot Mechanic is clearly replacing the boasty guy over here, whose name I can never remember, the Usher of the Fallen. 2-1 for 1 mana. Sure, the Usher has boast, but the Hotshot Mechanic crews vehicles as though it were power 2 or greater. So you guys know what I've been saying now, and I cannot wait to test my theory. I don't think there's going to be any creature lands in the next set, and vehicles are going to sort of replace that. And we even got that line in Marrow's teaser from yesterday, or the day before yesterday, where there's a card that's going to give all of our vehicles crew 1. So I hope there's just much more support for vehicles coming in the sets, because I really enjoy them. So we've got the little trick with the Mech Hangar, and of course the Hotshot Mechanic crews vehicles as though we're power 2 or greater, so you can even crew a Surge Hacker Mech, which has crew 4 with a Hotshot Mechanic. And before it gets to doing all of that, it can just do the same thing that the Usher of the Fallen was doing for the Hopeful Initiate, where it's got 2 power, the Hopeful Initiate has 1, so you can train the Initiate. And of course, a full playset of the Initiate. These are just amazing 1-drops that I think are going to stick around unless we get something better than the Hopeful Initiate in the next set. I think this is going to be where it's at as far as mono white for the next little while. Then I do have quite a bit of removal because I like removing things. So I've got full playset of the Fateful Absence, full playset of Brutal Cathar, which of course exiles. We've got also 3 copies of Wandering Emperor that has a -2 that exiles things, and a couple copies of Surge Hacker Mech, which when it enters the battlefield deals damage to equal twice the number of vehicles you control to target creature or planeswalker. So yeah, quite a bit of removal. Then I've gone for a full playset of the Intrepid Adversary. You guys all know me, and you've been watching the channel for a while, how much I love a 2-drop with 3 power that can crew the Bankbuster. So you go turn 2 Bankbuster, turn 3 Intrepid Adversary attack with the Bankbuster for 4 damage on turn 3. If you don't already have a Hotshot Mechanic in play, which can also crew the Bankbuster. But then later on in the game, it just becomes an amazing mana sink. It's amazing on turn 4, it's amazing on turn 6, it's amazing on turn 8. You just throw all your mana into it and buff up all your creatures. And alongside the wedding announcement, once it flips into the wedding festivity, if you've got like a juicy, even just like a 1 or 2 triggers on the Intrepid Adversary and 1 festivity in play, when you attack with Adeline, the little humans that she poops out come into play as 3/3s and 4/4s, and that's obviously fantastic as well. So wedding announcement is kind of the new addition, comparing this version of the rotation proof mono white compared to the one that I had put up on the channel a very short while ago, about 2 months ago, about a month ago. The previous version of the deck, I believe, was running the Restoration of Eiganjo, or I can't remember now if that was it, but I haven't been running Wedding Festivity. It's one of those cards that has this problem, a problem that I have in Magic. It's like when I hate something being played against me, I try and play it myself as little as possible, which is probably a wrong thing because it's a clearly very strong card. And the place where I've been seeing it the most lately is in Esper Aggro, whatever you want to call it, the Rafine decks. But I think it's got a good home in this particular deck. Of course, being able to go a little bit wider with the little humans, having some chump blockers, the occasional chance to be able to draw some cards. Of course, we're also drawing cards with the Bankbuster. So just a little bit of card draw as well in the deck, which is great. Then with Adeline, so powerful. Gonna be around for another year. I think it's still just one of the best 3-drops in white we've had in a while. The vigilance is great against Wandering Emperor. There's the synergies with the aforementioned, so that the humans she makes just get bigger and bigger and bigger. It's also a great target for the +1/+1 counters from the Wandering Emperor. Then we've got a full playset of the Brutal Cathar, which I touched upon when I was talking about the removal. Amazing, of course. 3 copies of the Wandering Emperor, 2 Search Hacker Mechs, and 1 sneaky one of AO. So the problem I've been finding with the current, this rotation proof experiment with mono white is that the previous version had, the current standard version has quite a bit of flying. There's the Legion Angel, there's Elite Spellbinder, there is Redain. So when you are unable to continue to attack in for damage with your smaller stuff, you've got this aerial force that can continue to get in for damage. So I thought, let's get something with flying in there, and AO is great. But just a one-of, this is leading on to version 2, which we'll see shortly. I ended up putting in more AOs because 5/4 fly with vigilance is amazing, and if the opponent does kill it, you can often it replaces itself, or with sometimes 2 cards, sometimes 3 cards, depending on what you find in the top 7 cards of your library. But sometimes, because it's mana value 4 or less, you just hit a Surge Hacker Mech, it enters the battlefield. You may have a Reckoner Bankbuster or 2 lying about, deal 4 to 6 damage to whatever the opponent's going to be attacking you with the following turn. Is great. So yeah, AO just amazing. And if you do have a big board state and they just kill the flyer because they're worried about losing to the 5 damage in the air, then you can just put +1/+1 counters on all your creatures and vehicles instead. So amazing. And I get to show off my new card, the style. Then as far as the mana base goes, this is rotation proof, so we've just got the Eiganjo, 1 Field of Ruin and 3 Mech Hangars to crew our vehicles after sweepers. That was version 1, and I think we'll play a couple matches with this one because I do want to see how, at least show you. I know how it performs, but I want to show you guys how the wedding announcement performs in this deck. It's why it's the one on the deck box. Then we'll jump into version 2 and play a couple matches with that as well. Well, that was quick. I was going to remind you all to subscribe, like the video, leave comments, and join the Discord community, but there we go. No, not the most incredible hand, but also not terrible. Definitely going to go Adversary 2, so that we have something to crew with. Oh god. Freaking mirror. Except he's got the old stuff. Unbelievable what the matchmaker does sometimes. Really, I haven't played against mono white in days, like days. It's pewtered off. Now I'm playing mono white, first match of the night. Mono white. Yay! Well, two can play at that game. Except I've got Wedding Announcement. He's got the Luminarch Aspirant, which is going to be sort of the better card here. Oh, God. Yeah. Where's our Brutal Cathars? I don't know if we can do this with two aspirants in play. I don't know if we can do this. Oh, come on, make up your mind. Of course, we just start bricking. Have not had much luck tonight in testing. Just like shuffler, matchmaker problems. Like just ending up against weird decks that I haven't played ever in like weeks. I feel like I don't know. There's definitely something afoot with this shuffle, with the matchmaker. Like definitely. Now he needs to double cast to flip his brutal. These Luminarch aspirants are ruining my life. Ooh, that's nice. That's a very big board though, very juicy. I hope he doesn't have Elite Spellbinder so he can get rid of that Adeline and attack next turn with a bunch of these little dudes. March of Otherworldly Light on my Bankbuster. It's possible. Ah, okay. That's dreadful. He's gonna do both. At least that shrinks the Adeline a little bit. That's terrible. That's just terrible. It's worst possible outcome. The two things that were keeping us afloat were those two wedding festivities. Now I just don't know what to say. So frustrating. So frustrating. Worst possible thing that could have happened. Oh, God. Oh, it's been one of those nights. I really don't know what to do. Just having bad luck. The deck is good. Like I feel it's really strong, and I think the problem is that I'm playing, you know, not rotation proof stuff. feel like conceding. This is going nowhere. Mono white mirror. Old standard versus new standard. What would be nice is a Intrepid Adversary. Just like, boom. How many triggers would we get? 4, 5, 6, 7 if we draw. Yeah, so 6. What are you doing, mate? What are you actually doing? Oh, man. Riveting content. Just, wow, super entertaining. Clickety click click. Swampity swamp swamp. Ooh. Trippy and virtual trees. What is this guy doing? I don't have time for this. I want to show you guys 4 more decks. Or 3 more. 4 decks total. How has he got so many more cards in hand than we have without any card draw? And we've got a Bankbuster and we're behind on cards. I guess we've been playing more things every turn or something. And I guess he's trying to like flip the Brute back to the Cathar. Oh, man. I'll take it. Hey, it's like a win's a win, especially with a boring game like that. But wowza, I'm sorry guys, that was terrible. I don't even know if I should. Okay, let's just keep going. Let's keep going. Game 1, very boring. My apologies. On to the next one. Hopefully it's not another white mirror. Trying to think like what our mortal enemies are. Probably like, you know, Me Took Massacre, Mono Black type shenanigans would be pretty bad. I'm still just really looking forward to rotation, mostly for iTwitch, Shambling Gas, Daily Dispute to bugger off. Like Me Took Massacre is very broken, but it's deal withable. Those little 1/1 little chump blocky things, really not that cool. Terrible hand. There's a Bankbuster though. So here's Boros. We may be a tad slow, but we do have a decent amount of removal. Problem with playing Brutal Cathar against the Boros matchup is that it just gets removed. But let's give it a try. Forcing him to use the removal in his turn instead of playing a creature and attacking my face is obviously the way to go about things. So now we've got into the mana for Wandering Emperor. He knows what's up. Oh, yay. So cool. Oh my god, it's got vigilance now. I can't block. So exciting. This card, no one plays it in Boros Burn. I think just like a 2-of is a great idea. We've also got the Eiganjo, but it won't help us because it gets indestructible. So we try to take out the two plus 4. Boros with 6 lands. Wow. He's flooding pretty badly. They've only got 24 lands in the deck. Okay, he's going to go for the... probably play with fire onto the mechanic, or will he go face? Well, that's very nice. Unless he's got Brutal Cathar. The Thundering Raiju. Okay. Looking good. Oh, that's just great. It's nighttime, so this would have come down on the wrong side. Sure. Tap that, draw a card. Very nice. Very well played. Another land. The poor guy. Feel the ruin. Clutch. Ew. He was worried about me having something like the seat of the empire or whatever. I think we got him. God, there's nothing that makes me more happy than beating this type of deck. Skadoosh. You get a +1. Skadoosh. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. So nice. Sure. Off you go, Mr. Boros. God, that felt so good. Poor guy flooded pretty badly, but I think we did a good job there, getting around that. Very nice. Very, very nice. All considered. I was definitely thought we'd lost that one. But picking the Surge Hacker Mech there off of the AO dying, I think was the correct play. Finally getting rid of that Luminarch Aspirant that was plaguing our existence. So that's version 1. With the Wedding Invitation, which, as you saw in that match against Mono White, if he didn't have enchantment removal, was insane. Like, we had 2 of them rolling, plenty of pretty big chump blockers, you know, against a different type of deck. That would have been an incredible board state to have, but unfortunately he was able to remove them. But I'm not a gigantic fan of the card. It's obviously really good, but version 2 was quite a simple edit. All I did was like, okay, how about we get rid of the Wedding Invitation and putting the Restoration of Eiganjo instead. And this is what, you know, it's basically the exact same deck except it's running the Restoration of Eiganjo instead of the Wedding announcement. And I've gone up 1 additional Field of Ruin and just left 2 Mech Hangars. Let's see how this one performs. I think the Restoration of Eiganjo is the better card. It's also an amazing target for... actually, you know what? We can skip version 2 because it's such a light edit and go straight to version 3, where we still leave in the Restoration of Eiganjo, but I took out the 2 Surge Hacker Mechs, put in an additional AO, talking about that Air Force that are... Then I dropped one Fateful Absence, put in one Valorous Stance, and the two Surge Hacker mechs were replaced by a couple of March of Otherworldly lights. The hopeful initiates have gone down to 3. This is version 3. This is the one that, I don't know, it's between this one and version 4 that I think is the strongest. I'm so excited to see what we're going to be getting. The debut event for Dominaria United, as far as me and Bali Time is concerned, is about to come on. Like, right after I hit stop record on this video, I'm going to go watch that straight away. So yeah, maybe we'll get some nice spoilers to talk about already tomorrow. Wow, still haven't fixed the audio bug. Completely gone. I have to restart the client now. Come on, wizards. Oh, please don't be a freaking mirror. Another mirror? Haven't played this deck in how long, and it's another mirror? Let's go Restoration. Probably Brutal Cathar. Oh, it is Boros. Look at that. So let's ramp. And hold up the Wandering Emperor. Just in case he comes down with the Thundering Raiju now. Okay, he doesn't have two red sources. Fine. Be that way then. Boros only knows how to attack. Fantastico. Removal. Of course, giving Boros any kind of card draw is a bit of a disaster, but what can you do? I don't know if I was supposed to just make another Samurai there, or just have this really beefy Architect. Don't forget, when it blocks, it makes a 1/1 Spirit Creature token. Of course. Of course. Let's screw up the Bankbuster. At least prevent him from attacking. Then we Brutal Cathar his Brutal Cathar and start the whole thing over again. Or do we? I think now we just go for this. Man, I'm sick of playing against this deck. So sick of it. If we get one more land next turn, we go for the Intrepid. If we don't... Well, let's see. God, I love the Bankbuster. Ooh, hello. Why, hello there. Vigilance. Ooh. Tasty, tasty. think we got him. Fairly certain we got him. Still holding up some nice removal, and we got a pretty still like good stuff in our hand. Here comes the Raiju though. Finally found his second red source. Will he attack into my AO? Followed up with another spell. I'm okay with that. We use it to crew up the Bankbuster while we got him, but unfortunately no death trigger because of the etching, which is not ideal. Okay, let's go for the double whammy. Six Bankbuster, 3/3 human. Come on, give me back my Restoration of Eiganjo. Pardon me. Pardon me. Very nice. Down to 1. And we get back our Saga. Ooh. Very juicy. There's the Raiju. Can't attack into a 6/6 Adeline though, can you? I've been beating Boros quite a bit the last couple of videos. This feels amazing. Not gonna lie. It's, I don't know, I guess people are just getting used to the play patterns. It's always like you know what they're gonna play next, so you can somehow get around it. So that's version 3. How are we doing for time? I don't want to miss the stream, so I'm gonna end off with version 4 quite quickly, and which I think is sort of the final version, where we've done away with the AO entirely, and we've gone with a full playset of the Restoration of Eiganjo, and still keeping the 2 March of Otherworldly Light. I think we will put the stance in, just the one of. This restoration is amazing. I'm loving it. Also, because we don't have the other 2 Surge Hacker mechs, less mech hangers, but we still got a couple because crewing the Bankbuster is great. And, you know, by not... version 3 is basically this, except -1 Hopeful Initiate, add 1 AO, -1 Restoration of Eiganjo, and... ooh, I can't remember what the other thing was, but... this has been amazing. This card is so good. It's seen its biggest home in like mid-rangey mono white, some Orzhov decks, occasionally in these enchantment synergy decks, but I haven't seen it at all. Bum crumbs. I haven't seen it at all in like this more aggro-y white approach. So let's hope to prove to you with this video that it should fit in here, because it just gives it that little bit of extra ramp with the, you know, that if you can discard a land on the second chapter, play it in, you know, allows you to be just a little bit ahead of the opponent on mana the following turn, and then once it's flipped, it's got the vigilance, so alongside your Adeline also has vigilance, and just becomes like a real problem if you throw counters on it with the Wandering Emperor. Oh, Blood Chief's Thirst, huh? Alright. No. Okay. Got more than enough land. We're completely flooding. We've only drawn lands the whole game. Another land. Because that's exactly what I needed. What? Oh wow, okay. System maintenance. That means the video's about to go live. Because they're gonna be putting the pre-sales for the new set will go up on the store after this update, I believe. Oh, that's a third purveyor. No, second purveyor. Deadly Dispute. Nope. Very nice. Zero audio. 3 patches in. I know I keep saying this, but I mean, what are you people doing at that company? Love these lands, by the way. So gorgeous. Mr. Raiju? Mr. Underdog? Oh, wow. Some kind of... We're definitely going to exile the underdog if he swings. Bye. What a joker. I don't know if we got this one. Black is definitely just too strong right now, in my opinion. It's by far the strongest color in Magic. Okay. I believe we have time for one more match. I really don't want to miss the stream. I'm so excited. How much longer do we have? Excuse me while I check my YouTube briefly. Bum, 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 bum. Bum, 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 bum. MTGA official YouTube channel. Here we go. Okay. We got plenty of time. It's in a good half an hour or more. Perfect. So one more match. Let's try and end on a win. I'm still undecided, guys. Is it version 4 or version 3? I think we should play version 3. I think the 2 copies of AO might be actually the way to go here. I think this is probably the best way to go here. We still get to run the marches. We only needed to drop 1 Hopeful Initiate. And still 3 Restoration of Eiganjos, but a full 2 AOs. I think this is going to be the one that I call the best one of the night. So let's jump into a final match with version 3 before I disappear to go watch me some lovely, lovely debut videos. What do you guys think? I mean, Liliana was confirmed today. They did a little sort of mini spoiler. They just removed all the rules text from her. But we definitely know that we're getting a Liliana. Okay, that's no good. That's much better. Scrib. On a green, huh? Maybe. The wolf. Oh no. No ramp or life gain for you, my friend. I need to finish you off quickly. I anyway have more removal if necessary. I would love a 4th land though. Hold up an Emperor. Very nice. I was worried about a Boseiju there. But he was probably not willing to... Oh. Oh. Don't want you gaining any more life, if at all possible. Let's see if we can get him to crew up his chariot to block. Or if he goes for the double kitty. I'm okay with this. Watch him have another one though. They always do. That's pretty dreadful. That's very dreadful. That's terrible. You just need anything that's sort of semi-decent here. AO would be quite nice. No such luck. Down to 4. He's got so many cards in hand though, I'm pretty terrified. This could be that mammoth guy. Yeah, think away, think away. It is the mammoth. It's not enough though. I got more attackers than you have blockers. That's just the GG. Yep. Whew. All right, that was it. That is gonna have to be it. I want to go and catch the stream and get my popcorn ready. I got a beer waiting for me. But I will be doing a little tomorrow. You know, I've been doing videos every second day, but tomorrow I'll do just a little reaction video. We'll probably start with a little bit of spoiler talk episodes and discuss what we see in the stream from a little later today. So that is going to be it for tonight's video. I don't feel like I really need to dive back into all of these. I've been doing a lot of talking, and I'm sure you're all a bit bored of it, but everything considered, I think version 3 is where it's at. AO is amazing. I love this card, and the flying is just necessary right now. I really hope that white gets some like 2, 3, 4 drop flyers to sort of make up for the loss of all the good flyers in the deck. Literally, Elite Spellbinder, Redain, Legion Angel, all rotating out in a couple of weeks. So I'm hoping white gets some nice flyers to sort of make up for that in the coming set. But you know, if we just freezed rotation, you know, without the new set, then this is where I think mono white should be, and I hope you all agree with me, or if not, at least let me know how you disagree in the comments down below. But I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. This is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.